Yeah. So who is
Yeah.
Auntie Rita?
Oh, Rita Krampah is a Christian lady who is a corporate trainer. I like talking about money because my mom worked in the bank and I
Oh,
also worked in the bank.
I see.
Money discussions that goes on right from the time that I was young. And when I
Wow.
entered into the banking, I realized that women make a lot of money as in their businesses and everything, but then managing it becomes a problem. Sometimes we buy so many unnecessary things, and when the need arises, realize we didn't have money. So I actually focused a lot of attention on financial literacy for women.
Yeah.
I even joined a volunteer group that within the bank that was doing that, going around teaching women's groups and financial literacy. So
Wow.
here am I, still
Oh,
doing it
that's
because
great.
I love to see women happy with their earnings and enjoying the hard-earned money
Yeah.
that we make.
Absolutely. That is such a great thing. And you said it right on point. I think sometimes we just spend
Yeah.
until something comes up and then we realize that, oh, wow, we actually didn't have anything for any surprise that will come up. So
Yeah.
that is important to set us up for this conversation, although this is going to be for everyone. So the men and the women alike, we all spend money. So it's not really tailored for the women alone. It's all of us looking at our money and how that works for us. But one of
Exactly.
the misconceptions that we have, and we've been talking about money all through this month. We've heard from different people, more from the US perspective, but applicable also everywhere that we are. And the question that keeps coming up is, can I prosper regardless of where I am? Can I make money, or would I make money? Can I save? Or does it have to be tied to a specific location? That's where I can do well. So I think from your end, we want to hear that.
Well, as a Christian,
Yeah.
the Bible says in Isaiah 48:17b that I
Mm.
am the Lord your God who teaches you to profit,
Wow.
who leads you in the way you should go.
Yeah.
So I believe that God placed some people in US for a reason. He placed people in UK for a reason. He placed people in Ghana for a reason. Even though we migrate sometimes per our own desires and sometimes by God's own direction. But wherever he puts you, he will make you profit.
Yes.
That's my personal belief. So you don't need to be there to profit. If he wants you to profit here, you can profit here. A typical example that I always give is that, you see, we have friends and family who are in Europe, America, everywhere. They work so hard and they buy cars.
Yeah.
Then they bring it to Ghana, and who buys them?
Those in Ghana.
Those of us sitting here buy them.
Yeah.
So it tells you that, yes, the person, my friend or my sister who is there is prospering. So he's been able to buy a car and ship it down here. But I'm also prospering. That's why I can be able to buy it from her. So wherever you are, God will make you profit.
Yeah.
Only you have to do the trusting. And then he will also do his bit.
Wow. So it's not tied to a location. Our prosperity, our profiting is not tied to a location. It's just tied to what we
if you
do.
are in a location and you are not prospering and you are not profiting, then probably you are at the wrong place. So you need to seek God's guidance so he moves you to the right place.
To the right place. I cannot agree more than that. To the right place, because that is so key, right? So when we talk about, your location, the other thing that we hear is, oh, yeah, if you're in a certain part of the world, you cannot save. You're making too little to save. But I know people who have been able to gather the crumbs like nothing.
Exactly.
And been able to do great things. And for some people who have also been in America, in Europe, wherever they are, they've gotten a lot of money coming through their hands and there's nothing to show. Exactly. Let's talk about that. So is it really true that I mean, you can you even say that you make too little to save? Is that something you can say?
You see, I always say that savings is a habit. It's a habit that you have to make it learn the culture of saving. Just like you have to learn how to sew. Somebody need to let you see the importance of the savings and how it goes. If you are not taught, sometimes it's very difficult to save, because in your subconscious mind, you've told yourself, my salary is so small. But trust me, people sometimes, the Paradise Home Care is a subsidiary of a clinic. And sometimes people come to the clinic and they cry because, oh, my bill is so high. My child's bill is so, and sometimes the doctors ask them that. So should this child die, would you get money to bury them? That one day they will get money to do it. You see, they can get money to buy a funeral cloth anytime there's a funeral and people are dressing up. Yes. We get money to do all sorts of things. So you ask yourself, why am I not being able to save? And you realize that it is not the amount that is small, but it is the habits, that culture of not knowing how to manage the money is where it is coming from. A young lady, about 9 years, started gathering coins in the house. When the father comes from work, she picks the coins from the car, from the pocket, and she'll tell you, Daddy, but the coins are mine, the coins. And so the rest of the siblings were like, I have coins, Nana, come for it. Everybody comes with coins and they give it to Nana. She didn't even have a piggy bank. So she was putting them in a shoebox.
Wow.
It became so heavy that she couldn't even carry it. She gathered those coins for almost 2 years.
Wow.
She just kept dumping coins in. Anytime she gets a coin anywhere. I was in the bank then. The father brought that piggy, shoebox that she has used as a piggy bank. That these coins, your girl cannot even carry them. Can you let them change it? I said, instead of changing it, the tellers are not going to be comfortable just counting the notes for you to take the paper away. So why don't we open an account with it? And she said, okay, then open account for a child's account for her. And then we put the money in. You won't believe it. We counted more than 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Really?
Of the coins that this young girl has accumulated. So it tells you that she's not working, but she just thought, I also have to have a savings, a small money somewhere. And the father was even telling me, she's sure the money will have been more, but sometimes the sibling picks, they look through it, they see 1 Ghana cedi coin, that one is bigger, then they take it out. So we can save no matter how small you are making. You just have to know how to manage the monies that you are coming in and then cut down on the unnecessary spending.
Amazing. So it's not how much you make. And this we talked about in our, when we talked a few weeks ago, we've been talking finances and we've been talking about how it's important to rethink the way you think. I like what you said, that savings is a habit and habit takes time to develop. You know? Yeah, it's something that you have to be intentional about. You have to really process it. So let me take 1 minute of your time. Having seen how people behave, especially sometimes, unfortunately, our community, how we behave, how do you teach someone a habit of saving? Like someone is going to stumble into on this video or after or something, and they're like, okay, Rita said it's a habit, but how do I go about creating that habit? How do I do that?
Yeah, I think the first thing you have to do is you have to set yourself a target. Set yourself a target, or what we normally call a goal. So you tell yourself that, let's say, this is something I personally learned from my mom. I probably we are in 2021. So in next year, by December, I want to go on a holiday. Right. And the holiday is going to cost me, let's say, 2,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah. Now, it's a big amount, looking at probably my salary. Let's say I earn 1,000 Ghana cedis. And I want to spend this 2,000 Ghana cedis in next year, December. So you have to calculate it in such a way that, so if I say I'm spending 10 Ghana cedis every month, which means by the end of the year, 12 months in a year, I will have 1,200. I have 120 Ghana cedis at the end of the year. Yeah. Now, I want 2,000 next year. So what I do is, if I save just 10 cedis, I will not make my target. So I will have to save probably about 200 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana cedis. So as soon as I get my salary, I take the 100 cedis out before I spend the 900 that is left. Right. Now, I'm a Christian, but I always say that I haven't seen anybody being killed for not paying tithe. I don't know. You see, I believe that we shouldn't be giving under duress, but giving should be wholeheartedly, so that if my child is going to the uni next year and the hostel fees is 20,000 and I'm saving, so I have to cut down on certain things. For example, if every time I go to church, I put into the offering bowl 50 cedis. When I put in 25, God is not going to kill me. No. No. So all this have to come into play when we decide to save for a purpose. Right. Sometimes even that purpose is to help somebody else, your money, in such a way that you take out what you want to save before you do the spending. You don't spend and then what is left is not what you are going to put into the savings. That can take it away. Then another thing we also have to look at, especially for us women, is the shopping. Must you buy every new shoe that is in vogue? Must you buy? I mean, we have to dress nice, look good. I mean, it's fine. Yes. But you have to weigh the two and see which one is needed and which one is not. I always keep telling young people that I do financial literacy for is that if I have a friend who is having her wedding, and you know these days they add the color blue, green, must I go and buy a new blue dress?
For everybody.
I mean, the next wedding is going to be yellow. Should I buy yellow? And you know, the funny thing is that when you take that dress to this particular wedding, you see that the next one, it's become difficult because the person is bringing another color. But I just go into my closet. If you say blue, I may have other clothes that may have the blue in it. It doesn't not necessarily have to be all blue. Right. But if it's baby royal blue and I see I have, this dress there, which has a little royal blue, I can use it. Right. Instead of going to buy a new one. So you see that money, which you should have used to buy the new one, you are saving it. And then also, if you are married, it should be a family thing that we are saving towards this. Otherwise, some people will think that you are saving for them. So they keep coming back. One very popular pastor I know says that, don't make yourself the family Father Christmas. In other words, everybody who needs money comes. So whatever you save, the next 2-3 months, somebody is needing money and you are giving that person money. Money. I'm not saying people who need within the family. I mean, God bless you so that you be a channel of blessing unto others. But you have to make them responsible. Instead of always giving, let them work for the money. Find jobs for them, help them so that they can achieve their goal as well. And you can also achieve your.
Yeah, I think that is where we struggle a lot, because we are so used to, giving, and people come back to us all the time. And I've even offered some people in my own life, I've told them, I'm not going to be giving you pocket money every month. But if you are to go do something, like start something that is more sustainable, I can support that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the mindset is still not transformed enough for people to even take me on the offer, because they are just used to, they come, you want $50, you give, you want 20, you give. But then when you say, okay, I want you to do something, come up with a business, come up with something that you can do, like teach, I want to teach you how to fish. So you always have fish at home,
Exactly.
But that is something that we struggle with, even from those who even have to give. It's a struggle to help people to understand that it's better for you to be more self-sufficient than to always rely on me. And if not, you are seen as, oh, you're stingy. Oh, you don't give. Oh, you're this.
You're too wicked.
You're wicked. You have money, but you are wicked. How do you manage that?
I think that sometimes people, I mean, when I say people, I'm talking of people from this side of the world. We believe that our relatives and family members who are making it, they owe us. So, and it starts right from the time you were a child. They keep telling you, go to school, get a job, and come and take care of us.
Yeah.
You see, a few parents will, I know a few parents who have their own investments, they are on retirement, and they don't rely on their children for anything. They rather take care of their grandchildren.
Yeah.
They're also in Ghana here. The same Ghana,
The same Ghana.
Yes. There are others too who think that you owe them. So when I need money, you have to bring it. When I need money, you have to bring it. Sometimes we need to sit people down and tell them the truth. A friend I know told me some time ago that because she worked at Bank of Ghana, that's where she used to work, the husband and the rest of the family thinks she has money.
Of course.
You see, so when they are making demands and she's telling them, I don't have me, he said, then to say it the way she says it, no bank them where to hurry then. It's like, we know that is where the money is and they pay you well. But you see, when she told me, I told them that, have you told them the role you play there? Because you are at Bank of Ghana, but you are not even a permanent staff. You just, what we call them note checkers. So they just sit there and they count the money we send to Bank of Ghana. Belonging to another company.
Yeah.
So it's like it's an outsourced company, sort of. So when she goes from morning to evening, all she does is people bring their money and she checks to ensure that the packages are all correct. There are no tattered notes and everything. That is what she does. And at the end of the day, she's paid less than 1,000 Ghana cedis. And I said, they don't know this.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, they look at your lifestyle and they think you have it. So sit your husband and the rest of the family, sit them down, let them know that, look, this is how much I earn. I'm not a permanent staff. You see, because of that notion of, oh, she's rich, especially if you are in the US. Those of us here think you're well-to-do. Honestly, until I came to US, I didn't know there were beggars there. I didn't know there were homeless people there.
Oh yeah.
You see, but until you get there,
Mm-hmm.
you might think that everything is all rosy, because you
Yeah.
see, generally, when the buggers come, I mean, you can see the flashing of the dollars and all that.
I know.
So you have to be honest with the people around you that, look,
Mm-hmm.
I work here and here and here. This is how much you don't owe anybody an explanation as to how much you earn, but let them know that you are just trying.
I'm trying.
Because you see, you also may have a family. You have a child, you have a husband, you have other bills that you also have to pay. So who is supporting you in paying those bills?
Right.
You see, would they want to get up one day and then you call them and tell them, I've been kicked out of my home, so I'm coming back?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're giving them money, let them know that this amount that I'm giving you, it is for a business. Sometimes, for example, if a friend of mine asks me for money to start a business or to do something, and I know the person, I know my friend, that this my friend, he won't pay, or this my relative won't pay, I will give the money to you. And then I'll tell my relative that, look, I have a friend who can give it to you as a loan. So let's go to my friend. So I bring my relative to you, and you will be ready with a form, so that that friend or that relative of mine will sign.
Yeah.
And as if he's collecting the money from you. You see, normally when the person is close to you, they become responsible. They don't become responsible with the money you've given them.
Absolutely.
Because when it comes to, I haven't paid you, what will happen? We are sisters. How can you, what can you do to me? Nothing.
Nothing.
Or we are cousins. We are very good friends. We were in the same school. Or how can you, I mean, tell me that I owe you?
No.
You have to forget it. But if the person they don't know is getting it for them, that is a different thing. So that the transaction is between you and that stranger. Right. I was only a witness. I will only stand there and look at you.
Right.
But behind the scenes, the money is mine.
Right.
So I won't come back to you and tell you that, where is my money? It is that person who will be calling you. So sometimes you need to apply some of these tactics to make people responsible. Sit them down, talk to them. Sometimes you need to even get witnesses to let them know that I'm giving Rita 1,000 Ghana cedis because she said she wants to. Now, this money I'm giving to Rita, she will have to pay me back next year. So Rita, here is the money. You are all witnesses.
Yeah.
Here is the money. I've given it to you. My mom is here. My dad is here. My sister is here. I've given the money to you. And then also one thing I always say is that when people, the amounts that when they don't bring it back, it will not hurt you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So if you ask me for 1,000 and I know that this 1,000 Ghana cedis, if you don't bring it back, is going to affect me, I'll give you 500 because that's how much I can sort of give away.
Right.
So that if it doesn't come back, I'm
okay.
Manage the pain better. So we just need to wise up when it comes to giving money away.
Absolutely.
If you don't have, don't borrow and give it to somebody. When the person doesn't pay, you are the one who is going to be in trouble.
Who is going to pay? So I think on that note, where we have now a lot of these loans coming up in Ghana, and then we have people, co-signing and being, a guarantee for someone. Do we truly understand what that means? Like, is it something that people understand what they are doing?
Many banks of loans, what I usually say is that, just as the Bible says, if you take a loan, you become a slave to the person who has given you the money. You become a slave to the lender. So when you hear the person's voice, you jump.
Right.
You owe them. So in as much as possible, if you can, stay away from loans. When you go for a loan, it has to be something that, one, you really, really need. Secondly, you can pay it back quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, if you, let's say you want to go into dressmaking and then you buy an industrial sewing machine, and you don't have the immediate money to pay for it. The machine is costing you, let's say, about 500 Ghana cedis. You don't have the 500 Ghana cedis. Now, the machine is there. As soon as you get the machine, you have about 20 clothes you can sew and sell. So you take the 5 machine and then you sew quickly, sell off, come and pay back their money. And then the machine is now yours. In that situation, probably the loan will be okay because you don't have money immediately for it.
Right.
But otherwise, you can do your gradual savings till you get what you want to do it. And then also, sometimes we think, oh, I earn a salary. So when I take a loan, the deduction is from my salary. Already you are complaining the salary is small. And the loan is taking a save, and you cannot make ends meet. So every day the bank will be chasing you for their money. And why do you go through all the stress? The life that you have enough stress to go through than to add this loan wahala to it as well.
Very true. Very true. So it's wisdom to know when to take a loan and when you shouldn't, as much as you can. Be a debtor to no one. Oh, no man, nothing but love. That is as much as you can, you know, and that is important. But then one of the questions that also came up and I wanted to ask you was around life insurance, some other types of things that are happening. We know, or it's more common here, even that a lot of our people who have also traveled don't do it. But at least for those in Ghana, we have a lot of relatives back home in Nigeria, in Congo, different places. Is there a way for people to have life insurance on their family members? So when they pass, they don't have to now like take a whole lot of money to go and do the burial, do all the funeral. And you know, our funerals are expensive, you know, so is there avenues like that we can explore?
Life insurance policies and things.
Yes.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of insurance. Gradually, Ghanaians are beginning to, understand the concept of not wasting too much money on funerals, even though it's not very common. But quite a number of people, you know, we never used to have funeral homes in Ghana. But now we have funeral homes that take care of burial sites. If only you have the funds to pay, they will take care of all those things for you. I know at least I can count of 2 very good insurance companies. And please, the rest of them don't fault me, but because these are the people I've experienced. The Danwell Insurance Company has a lot of insurance products depending on your preferences, and enterprise insurance too as well. These are the 2 very solid ones I know. I know there are others there, but I haven't experienced them, so I cannot talk much about them. Okay. And they have different policies. You know, sometimes people claim that, oh, I did an insurance, when I sent down the money, it was spent. But these insurance companies have packages where you can even pay a year and then you just leave it. They will run it for you. And then when the year is ending, you pay for another year and then it goes on. Or you can, if you, especially those outside the country, the problem is the transfer charges. If transfer charges are not so high, you can just do a standing order on your account and then it just flows into that account that you have for them, and they will do it for you. They have, most of them now are online. You can go online, access your own account, and you can be able to see payments as to how much you have paid and the defaults and everything. So these things are all available, except that before you get into any of them, make sure you do your due diligence. Know exactly where you are putting your money. So you don't want to put your money into some insurance company and the next time you hear it's disappeared.
It's gone. So I think this is a good resource for us to know that there are avenues out there now in Ghana, I believe in Nigeria, everywhere. They're coming up. Amazing. So I think one last thing, and I think we can end. Our time is up though. We talked about the life insurance, but then one of the things that I also know that comes up all the time is the will, right? So wills is important, not just in Ghana. We talked about it even for us here in the US. It's really important that we have a will. How important are wills in Ghana, and do we need them at all?
Yes, I think that if you look at a will, it's like when I'm not there, what happens to the people I'm leaving behind? That is the essence of the will. So that when you are not there, there's a document which shows that Rita owes me or I owe Rita. But sometimes, people are so wicked that when I owe you, I owe anybody, and the person unfortunately dies, hardly will you get anybody coming to say that. A few people do. I know quite a number of people who have done that. They go back say that, oh, she loaned me this money, so that she's not there, but let me give it to them. That's different. So all these things need to put on paper so that when you're not there, we will know what to do. Sometimes there may be a building that is yours. Nobody knows it is yours. So you are gone, and then the person who is the caretaker is telling us that, no, Rita was only using it. Meanwhile, they know very well that the building is for Rita, but you didn't put anything on paper. So that is the essence of the will, so that when you are not there, those you are leaving behind will not suffer. Yes, Ghana, we have PNDC law 111. PNDC law 111 will make the share your properties and everything per the people who are surviving. If you have parents who are surviving, if you have spouse, children, whatever. Now, even the children of the girlfriends are all
included.
Every child has a father. So if the man goes away, once the girlfriend is able to prove that this baby is also part of, was born by this man, he or she is also included. Wow. So if we are 10, the 10 is divided by 10 and everybody gets their share. But if you make a will, all these controversies doesn't happen again. The other side of it is that most of the time, ladies, we think that it's only the men who need to do a will.
Yes.
You also can do it because you also have kids, you have parents, you have family. You don't know what will happen. We are all 120 years that he gave us. But if we don't get there and you are gone, you are a lady, you are a gentleman, what happens to the rest of the money? Sometimes people die and the insurance companies take their money because the family don't even know you have some insurance somewhere. They don't know. They don't know Rita owes you. They don't know the agreements between you and the person who is using your shop. You are in US. You have a shop in Ghana. Rita is using the shop. Unfortunately, something happens, and then you are coming telling your family. Rita didn't tell us that the shop is yours. So far as we are concerned, it is for her. Meanwhile, I haven't put it in a will. I haven't told anybody that, oh, this shop is not mine. Now my relatives are
fighting over it.
So let's put some of these things in place. Even if you don't want to make an official one, talk to any lawyer. They can help you put something down and save it for the future. Yeah,
absolutely. So, Auntie Rita, I know we are at the top of the hour. Just one more thing from you. What would you tell us, as we've all heard all these great things? It's time to implement. It's time to really move from the hearing to doing. You know, we've had a lot of things from those in the US, from you in Ghana, everywhere. We know that the truth is we can prosper. I like your status, I think was on WhatsApp. You said, "Thou shalt prosper." And I said, that is a book I am reading. you know. So what are your last words to us as we all go back to our normal lives and we take these things to bed to think about them? What do you want us to remember?
All I want everybody to remember is that no one knows money better than the God that we are serving.
Yeah.
And he says that if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask. He gives freely. Yeah. So whatever, for want of a better word, money sense that you need, ask him. Wow. I don't know how to save. Lord, help me. I don't know how to manage my money. Lord, help me. And he is more than willing to help if only we will ask. And the last thing is also any type of investment or business or whatever, do the due diligence yourself. Yeah. Be 100% satisfied within your spirit. Be convinced within your spirit. As my husband will usually say that, let the Spirit of God commune with my spirit before I agree. So let the Spirit of God commune with your spirit that, yes, this is something I need to do before I do it. Don't just use middlemen and do it. Fortunately, now you can go on the internet and search and do your own
research.
A very good where you can make very good choices. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you all for being part of the Kingdom Finances this month. I believe, like we said, we've had a lot. We've had a lot on different fronts, from the US side, from the Ghana side. Prosper is possible. That is what the word of God says. That's what God wants for us. I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, right? Even as your soul also prospers. So I believe that we are positioned well for prosperity. We are positioned well to do well. We now have to go and apply. You don't make too small a money that you cannot save. Watch out for the Masterpiece Financial Playbook coming out pretty soon. We are summarizing all the things we've heard and hoping that you can use that to build something. So next year, when we check in, by the grace of God, you would have made progress in your finance life. I'm looking at a masterpiece.